What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Dembele, the right mid for Barcelona, 84 rated, coming in at around about 60k on the Xbox and 76k on the PlayStation. He's a 5-star skiller, also with a 5-star weak foot. He is an incredibly fast player, very, very decent dribbling. Shooting wise is okay as well. Passing, again, another average. Physical, not the greatest. So we're going to dissect this card. He is a high attacking work rate and a medium defensive. So to be honest, that's pretty alright. Obviously, being on the right mid, you'd expect him to be right-footed. He is left, but obviously with the 5-star, that doesn't matter as much compared to some other players. The guy has been in my team for quite a while now. I managed to get him, luckily, on an untradeable 2-player upgrade pack straight after getting Sterling, so I have got a lot of right mids to choose from. And in general, he's played, I think, 2 foot chances with me. Mainly the second one was when he really managed to make his debut for me, as I didn't really try him out. I had Sterling in the team, then obviously we got flashback Walcott. I've tried Pepe, I've tried Gnabry. I've played with quite a few right mids already, probably the most out of every position so far. And at the minute, Dembele is probably my favourite. He is a fantastic card. He has the pace, he has the dribbling, the finesse, the agility, and just in general is a very, very nice player to play with. On the ball, he feels very agile, feels very quick when kind of turning, and that's something that I really miss with a lot of the wingers. Sometimes they're not the most agile. Well, it is agile, but it's the way they dribble. Whereas when you play with Messi, his ability to turn the ball is so goddamn quick. It is unreal. And I think Dembele's got very similar stats towards that. Obviously, Messi this year is incredible. And I think Dembele, as you can see here, just even doing the work like that, he doesn't manage to bag the goal. But the sheer audacity that he can produce, especially with a decent skiller as well, is just unreal. The guy has got the feet of magic, and as you can see on the screen, positives and negatives. The 5-star is fantastic. The pace is unreal. Dribbling wise, it's very, very nice. Decent shot wise, he did score quite a few goals for me, mainly in positions like this, but a lot of the time he is assisting, which is always just as good in my opinion. The negatives on his side is his very, very low stamina at 69, which causes a bit of an issue when it comes to the end of the game. I do like to sub him out just because I want to make sure I've got that fitness in the player. Obviously, he probably could go the whole 90 if you really didn't want to, and then went into extra time. I would then suggest in swapping him out. But he still can manage to do it. It's just not at a quicker pace towards the end of the game, which sometimes is where it really counts, and that can be a deciding factor in who you pick. And then obviously the other matter is the fact that he does have very low strength as well. Half of the time that doesn't make too much of a difference, as pretty much you're going to see him in positions like this, away from the defender, not enough time to kind of make a tackle on him, so the strength element isn't as much needed as such. And I say this with a lot of the right mids. Half the time, you're basically watching the defender come behind you, so it isn't too much of an issue. But it's stuff like this that he's really good at. You see there, a little bit of a sweat, but that's how FIFA is at the minute. That's the meta. That's how you get the goals easier. And Dembele does it with absolute ease. He brushes past players, which is always nice. And you see stuff like this, great finesse around a goalkeeper. You can't argue with it. I think personally, if I was to go for a right mid, I'd probably be picking Dembele at the minute. He is a little bit expensive. I will put that out, that he isn't the most value for coins at the minute. But when he does drop down, I think this card is going to be a fantastic buy to put in your club, or to put in a very nice La Liga team, French team, anything along them lines. He will be fantastic to put in. So we move over to the overall review. Personally, I do think he is better than Sancho. I think personally, again, he's better than Sancho, Gnabry, Walcott to an extent. Sterling, I think they're very similar, but I think Dembele's dribbling, mainly from the 5-star, pushes in that little bit ahead. But I do think Salah is that little bit better. Obviously, there is a massive rating gap between them, but I think that is where you're looking at for the upgrade from Dembele. Salah is phenomenal. He is phenomenal on this game. So I personally would be happy with Dembele. Salah would be that little bit better. I've given him a 7 out of 10 for value for coins. I do think he's good, and I think 60k is worth him at the minute, but I do know that obviously that will drop, so that is something that you've got to consider. 8 out of 10 for FUT Champs, just because he is incredible, and that is a rating that I'd give him. And then finally, I have given him an overall of 8 out of 10. I do think he is a solid player. Most definitely for a low rated player, he's a 10 out of 10. For any 84s, I'd say he's probably one of the best, if not the best 84 rated player I've played with. But there is a lot of competition this year with the lower rated players, so there is a lot of skeptical kind of, it all based on opinions and what you want, because I think if you take it out of position wise, centre back Lucas Hernandez 84 is phenomenal as well. Again, French, there's a theme going there. So hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you cannot wait for an inform or promo Dembele, then smash a like as well for that, because that's going to be insane. And apart from that, if you want to subscribe for more content, and it just helps us get to that big 4K, that is always fantastic as well. And I'll see you all for the next one.